July 16, 2022. How are you, friends? Here in YouTube, Biden is in the Middle East and creating the contracts to design the future that is coming, and people don't understand really why is it or what it for really when Ukraine Russia tension, and as we are looking on astrology, the answers are getting in a more deeper way, and I will try to touch the tip of the iceberg with what is happening in what time we are now and what is prepared in the pike, because we understand that the United States is passing right now Pluto return, and this is the first time since the independence war in the U.S. to get freedom from the English, and together with the Ukraine-Russia war and all the propagandas on resources and the need for protecting the USD that is linked with petrodollar, of course, that Saudi Arabia is playing a very important role. Already in August 2020, Leo season, it was formed by the diplomacy relationship of the U.S. and Israel with Saudi Arabia agreement, and 2 years after, in the year that we are now catch 22, we are seeing Biden firming agreements about the condition in the Middle East, together with the events that we are speaking of, Arab United, NATO of the Arabs, that Israel may be taking part of it. Since 2020 agreement, despite inside of the COVID and things, the agreement between Israel and Saudi Arabia called to more Muslim countries to recognize Israel and to be part as this part of the scenario. As I've said many times, all countries and entities that were born in 47, 48, astrologically wise, from the Saturn-Pluto conjunction in Leo, are going to change the structure completely and the sovereignty of their country. And this is including Israel, Jordan, Pakistan, India. And this is not surprising at all that we are seeing those revolts happening in Sri Lanka right now. And together with the tension around Saudi Arabia with the Yemens and the Palestinians, Israelis, a lot of inner frictions and outer frictions to modelize, to restructure the Middle East. And it's not about just the Middle East, it's about the East. United States is trying to get access through Israel, through the Middle East, to the East, because China is from the other direction, creating and forming very strong allies, and Iran is connected with Russia and with all these countries, BRICS, and this is very interesting phenomenon to look. Those days I'm recording the module 1 of my astrofinance course, and as I'm going to the planets, and I hope that a lot of you will join the course, the first, at least the module 1, will give you understanding of how the next years are going to become, because when I'm speaking about the planets and the signs, I'm not doing it like a regular astrologer that will explain you the basic astrology thing. I'm going to the geopolitical mind, how the world is about to be designed, and finally to lead us to understand markets and trends. So Saturn will move to Pisces by next year, and this is starting already to form the lines, and this is about depression and putting people and minorities and underdog countries in a better position when rich places that have enjoyed from a lot of comfort and in sort of fake order are going to pass through chaos. But this is, of course, will take us to another infrastructure. It's not the end of the world. We just need to understand the process of evolution, and this will be explained by where Neptune is going and when Jupiter is going and what to the next 20 years and the 10 years. So we are just after full moon in Capricorn, and this is just come aligned with the diplomatic visit of Biden. They're trying to save the United States with all those diplomatic relationships. So interesting that Saturn did a trine with Venus that related to diplomatic relationships. Saturn, the structure, the governments, but Saturn is retrograde and it was a full moon. So it's a completion of what started in 2020. Now the distance of flights, as the flights for the way we know today, are going to be shorter by this agreement with Saudi Arabia, and going to India will take from Israel to India 5 hours. That is cut off in half of the length. But it's also going to impact the commercial move and the trade between countries and what we are trading. This is all trials to find new resources for governments out without China to be the main provider. And this will open a lot of opportunities, but also a lot of challenges to those that are not ready with the future. So that's what I'm saying, that countries that were used to be underdogs suddenly will be the producers, the creators, because most of the resources are growing in poor countries, ironically, because the real poor, they're just importing, are going to be honoring a lot those that have the resources directly, and it's including Venezuela and other countries that were inferiors for so long under non-fair trade deals. And it's going to be very interesting because a lot of currencies are going to collapse on the same time. Imagine again that the USD is sitting above all the pyramid of all the other coins, and the other currencies are starting to collapse and to go out from the pyramid. And in one moment, despite of being on the top, the USD, also USD is going to drop because everything is connected and it's ripple effect. And you could not manipulate the system that much to continue growing without compensate on the deficits that are happening below. Another topic that I would like to speak is about alcohol. Feels that we are in an era that people are so much depressed, and it's so easy to be depressed, even in the coming 2 years because of the challenges that are going to appear. Alcohol is part of the Pisces archetype where Neptune is now, but remember that Neptune is ready to move to Aries by 2025. So a lot of people that are losing their mind or just don't know to manage time or to create the future, the new future, based on what seems to be done, are actually losing a lot of potency. And this is about the Capricorn, is about using time. This is time of the year right now that we need to build and to restructure, to prepare for the new phase of our life, when the freedom to create or to invent or to dream will be hard, because when we are entering to survival mode, it's very stressy and people are just waiting for help from someone and become very dependent. And this is the war, consciously wise, about who is dependent and who is independent, who is creating the invitation and not just waiting to be invited. And alcohol right now have a very bad effect on society to what I'm seeing. People just losing their mind, and this is another symbolism that I'm not usually speak about alcohol that is located in Taros, that is ruling also alcohol and considered to be Medusa in mythology. That is where people losing their mind, and this is where Uranus, Mars, and the North Node are meeting by the end of this week, by the end of this month, July 2022. And also Jupiter exactly with and Chiron are retrograde. So into the end of this month, all those declaration and diplomatic declaration, and also your declaration, you know, I'm launching my course. I decided that I'm going to share all what I researched and found that protected my patent in a way to predict market and things. I'm going to teach it, I'm going to share it, and all the wisdom that I've accumulated in a very interesting way using the best technology I found to be as a nomad, digital nomad, and the good experience to bring the knowledge through a very diverse and different way of transmission. I will not be the one to sit in one room, all classes recording. I'm taking the camera to different places and inspiring you with the topics I'm speaking. And this is a time to launch what's your next version, how you can help to the others, because Saturn in Pisces is how you are going to contribute to the collective consciousness, and it's about mastering your soul mission. Why you came here, what you here to bring, what is your gift to master it, and this is your best currency, sharing your energy with your passion. And this is the way we are creating, where we are connecting to what we have the best. So the Middle East is about to change, and it's I also said many times in the last 2 years that Israel also will change its name. Maybe it will add a new name. I said it in the last Israel on-demand analysis. It's already available in Patreon to everybody. And Israel could be considered the Israel of the United States or the Israel of the Emirates, something like this. Because all the Middle East is about to change, and not only there, also in Europe we can expect big changes, big poverty in Europe, specifically in west of Europe, with the structure of the Union and the factoring and dependency of a lot of materials that are happening there. And it's again giving a lot of power to those places that have pure resources to feed the world. And I'm pretty much bullish on South America, Central South America, most of Latin America, and Africa. This is a karma paid where most people suffered because of the abuse and the invasion of the northern. Are going to start paying off, and karma sometimes can wait for 100 years. So we all should connect to our uniqueness, talent, calls, where to go, how to interact, what we can offer, what we could share to awaken other people with our spiritual abilities. Thus are more technology that is coming in the world. We are not going to the stone era, of course not. We are going to more technology and more control. It's going to be a lack of privacy. What we saw so far, privacy of data, it's going to be privacy of our life story, our heartbeat, our emotions, our temperature, will be measured by the machines and by the AI that will surround us, and will understand what the emotions in different villages and different cities and how to manipulate it. And the more we will be able to master our spirituality, being more under practicing more in meditation mode, yoga and other practices that will let us to connect with our voice and our breath, something that is very unique to human consciousness, will be the savior of us. And this is the message I can bring right now in a superficial way, because it's so interesting to what is coming in the next decade, as I'm measuring the interplanets movements and how it can apply on the collective. I really believe that all of you will enjoy a lot to connect with the course I'm sharing. Module 1, it's like I'm going to create sort of 5 courses. In the 5th course, you will get how I'm drawing the market months ahead. But to bring you there, you will need to pass through other 4 courses. The first course is going to be relatively cheap, affordable, because it's also the gift to share astrology. I will not start from 000. I will expect that you have already more or less ideas, and will take you to the interpretation of understanding the collective consciousness and the world direction we are going, and how we will be able to connect it with market future observation. And this course, I still don't have the date, but I guess it will be around the 27th of July, to be aligned with the astrology before Jupiter to start the retrograde. This will be a peak moment, Jupiter in Aries before retrograde back to Pisces, to bring it out. I believe, I sure with this chart that is going to bring a lot of knowledge and a lot of hope and tools for freedom for people. And I will send the links to how to purchase the Module 1 course in a week. And I'm very much welcome you to connect with my Telegram channel, and also via Instagram, that has started to become active after many years that it was very sleepy. And also in TikTok, combining and I'm uploading the short videos, messages to Telegram. But it's a very good way to be in touch and to get notification for information I'm sharing. And all the links are in the description below this video. We should keep in hope. We are going to live. We signed living in this life, and we are just in a wave that the world is changing, and this is an era changing. So we are just needing to embrace and to accept the fall of the old and the renewal that is happening in humanity. And yeah, as we are seeing after the full moon, as the combination peak with Biden visiting the Middle East and the full moon of Capricorn, government are dissolving. Israel just dissolved the government. UK, Italy, Sri Lanka, more in the list. But we are not going to be utopia suddenly that all love and light. There are going to be new way of rulerships and cooperations on us, and you will need to behave in a technological way. And in the technological world, where cooperation are watching you or controlling the system, and we will need to find knowledge and information how and under who you want to be, and how you are freeing yourself. And the legend of astrology was given, and I'm repeating on it every month, on what is the call of each time. And now, and toward August, toward the new moon in Leo, it's all about the power. Who has the power? How you connect to your passion, to your vital energy, by doing what you're here to do, by using your heart, by using your mind in a way to break through blockages, even in hard times. And nothing is forever. From hard time, we are coming to good times, and other challenges coming. Love you all. and check the links below. Bye.